Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Drive with Dom. My name is Dom Callan, and I will be driving the cart tonight and providing some commentary. We are at Supercharged in Edison, New Jersey for week 4 of the league, and this is the first heat of the night. We are on track 2. And off we go. So we get almost a full lap we actually get a full lap to warm up our tires. So this is the out lap. Track is in pretty good shape, although it does evolve over the course of the session. I typically run my fastest lap towards the end of the session. I was talking with Mark, and Mark was saying that he does kind of the opposite. He runs his fastest lap early in the session. He goes out and sort of lights up the tires and runs an aggressive fast lap. Whereas I'd like to sort of drive the cart more gently and keep the tires from overheating and letting them warm slowly. My way is probably not the right way. Mark's way is probably the right way if you think about it from a qualifier perspective or a time trial perspective. But it can also, over the course of 10 or 12 laps, get the tires where I want them so that I can do what I want to do reasonably well also. So I guess there are multiple ways to go about it. Anyway, we've got a pretty busy session here, fair amount of traffic, and some chaos, some of which is my doing. So let's begin. Tick. So I give this gentleman a little bump up the hill, and he goes to get out of my way, and I almost run into him, and we continue on our merry way. So my general problem with the method of flagging that we have is that the rule is that when you get blue flagged, you're supposed to jump offline and get out of the faster carter's way. So, like here, when I, push this cart up the hill, he's got more pace than me because I've transferred energy to him. So he's, I guess at this point, saying, okay, I need to get out of the way, and then he gets a flag up here. So now he's definitely trying to get out of the way. He has more pace, and he's running a super narrow line, which means that I expect that he's going to apex out to the wall and continue running fast down the wall. But instead what happens is that's what happens, but then he immediately tries to yank it back to the middle of the track to let me by, and I was thinking he was going to, kind of stay up against the wall. So that's kind of on me. I mean, nothing happens here because I don't hit him. But, it kind of would make more sense if you think about it. Like, if that cart had stayed on the racing line once he had gotten through that corner, I would have passed under him easily because I had commanded the situation, being able to sort of dictate how I wanted to go through that corner, because I was holding the right-hand side of the track. So I could take it wide, I could take it narrow, I could do whatever I want. So logically I'm going to go narrow because he's logically going to go wide, and that's just kind of the way it works. But here, sometimes not so much, because everyone's trying helpfully to get out of each other's way, and sometimes you just drop down into somebody else's line that's trying to pass you. Another thing I start doing over the course of the evening is trying to run through that corner a little bit wider with more power. So choosing a bigger arc out, but getting more power through. So I guess another way of saying that would be trying to achieve a faster minimum speed through that corner, which is translating to trying a rounder exit that goes further to the left side of the track. Alright, so these two carts are awfully close, and therefore I've pulled on them as well. Counter steer, so correction there. Around the corner we go. I do just fine there. Alright. We remain together as a pack still. Alright, so let's see how this plays out, because I don't quite remember. Alright, so he clips the wall. Everyone stays together still. Alright, he breaks earlier than I was expecting, so I give him a little love tap. Doesn't seem to affect things too much. And then up the inside I go. Sorry. And then I give him the corner, but unfortunately he runs into the corner and I rear end him. So that's on me. I was not intending to bonk you like that, sir. Unfortunately, when he hit the wall, that caused him to lose speed rather abruptly, which I was not able to avoid. So my bad. Alright, so that's a full power run down, but I was a little too narrow. I don't like that one either. Alright, another cart ahead of me. Big gap up because of a rather... Well, not really a big gap up because he has that crazy wide entry that seems to translate into some exit speed for him. Okay, it's running a little ragged right now. Alright. And I'm gonna... Alright, so he kindly moves out of the way. And I think now I get clear track for quite a while. So we're just going to work on trying to do the corkscrew down bit with more power from a wider arc. I'm going to continue messing around a little bit with how I'm putting down power and entering the second corner. The third corner, which is that left where I ran into that guy just recently. Yeah, you know, I hold the cart up against the right wall and then take a late apex. But I'm not sure that's right. Okay, that is the first real attempt, I'd say. Alright, so here looks like where I begin trying to do super wide. Alright, so I'm going to keep it very tight to this line. And I guess turn-in has just begun, but my left wheel is definitively as left as it can get, pretty much. And then full power, late apex, and not enough track. I have to use the barrier to straighten out. But attempt one, not terrible. Oof. My usual kiss of that dark. The darkness there is hard. It's hard to see, and my night vision isn't what it was. That being said, I get awfully annoyed at that, so in the next heat, I clean that up almost entirely. Alright, let's see how attempt number 2 goes. Good. Clip the exit a little bit, but I think that was fairly successful. That was successful, I think. No, actually, I underdid it. All right. Oh, that one looks... See, that looks good to me, but I'm not sure. That makes sense to me. Just roll as much speed as you can through there, without getting off the gas. But maybe I'm leaving something on the table there. Not sure. All right, brake. Hold it. Get it all the way out there. And I do not run out of track. But I was a little bit... I was like, I don't know, 3-4 inches narrower than I would have liked to have been. So, let's try it again. Alright. Seems okay. I didn't see any steering weirdness. Not great. All the way out. Full. Yep, that one worked out really well. Alright, so I guess that's what I was trying to do. And finally do reasonably successfully. Full power, etc. So forth and so on. Allows me to carry a lot of speed through that corner too, because it puts you in the right frame of mind to just run it down to the apex with as much speed as you can. What's kind of interesting about these cars is compared to, let's say, a Honda GX 290, which is your typical rental cart, is when you lose speed in a 4-stroke, whatever it is, 6 or 9 horsepower rental engine, 9 horsepower rental engine, like an LO206 even, it takes a while to get it back. With the electric carts, that is... Oops, I took a little bit of the exit there. With the electric rental carts, that is not the case. The power is instantly accessible, and there's a lot of good torque there. It's just that the breadth of the power isn't the same as on a gas engine. You get to full power very quickly, and that's it. Whereas with a gas engine, you've got to go up the rev range, and in the case of like a screamer, like a 2-stroke, like a 125cc tag engine, like an X30, you're going to run that up to over 16k. So you're going to have this feeling of sustained acceleration and pull that you do not get in the electric rental cart. You get incredibly good bottom end, really great torque, and then it just kind of like peaks. At speed 4, it feels good. At speed 3, it feels very frustrating because it feels like you run out of juice just as soon as you start to want to kind of keep going. It feels like you top out very, very fast in speed 3. Speed 4, much less so. Speed 4 is fun to drive, and it's really well worth doing the league to come do this, because I don't know any other opportunities that you'll have to drive these carts in speed 4. And if you've got either Tuesdays or Wednesday night free to come spend a few hours at Supercharged, it is well worth it. I think the entire league, all 6 weeks of it, cost me $475, which is very reasonable, and about the same as doing rental karting sessions. Actually less, in my opinion. And it's fun. There's a good gang of people doing this. There's, like I said, about 120 of us, I think, overall. There's a spot for every skill level, really. You've got divisions 1 through 8 is what we divided everyone up into. And you will find your home in a division easily, even if you're a relative beginner. I wouldn't, suggest that like a total newbie, sign up for the league. You need to go learn how to drive the track in Speed 3. And once you figured out the line in Speed 3, and kind of feel comfortable, like, hey, I can sort of keep my foot down through this entire track because I've got the line down, jump in the rental league. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for watching. In the next heat, I'm going to do a little bit better. I did a 49.141 in lap 11 here, and then I go lower in the next heat. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.